Okay. Not okay. There's a difference. Is a pause sometimes of certainty and or uncertainty, more of uncertainty. Okay, is let's do it. Andrew said, okay, let's do it. Thanks for joining. This is Andrew Said. Now that I went through all of that chatter, let's talk. Today I want to deal with how, I'm going to say it real slow because I want to get it myself, how to deal with the disappointments. I'm talking about getting over it, and I could say and or letting it go, or I could say getting over it and letting it go. Well, that's a choice you have got to make, but at least what I have said, what Andrew said, those properties are in it. Disappointment is huge. I've seen so many configurations and reconfigurations of all kind of configurations because of that very thing, disappointment. Now, I'll be personal with you. I have a hard time with I have a hard time with it, even at my age. I didn't deal with it well as a kid. I could not deal with disappointment. If you promised me something, I was waiting for it. I wasn't just waiting on it. I was waiting for it. For me, that's stronger. That means I'm waiting to see what you said you were gonna bring, do, or deliver. Waiting, and didn't like waiting either. So disappointment had lingering effects. First of all, disappointment occurred when that ubiquitous way, whoever they, when you didn't come through. When you don't come through, I'm disappointed. Now that's you too. I know that's you too. That's why Andrew said it. You are not a happy camper when people don't come through. It's some people don't come through because that's just their MO. They're just full of talk, cheap chatter. I call it CHCH, cheap chatter. And some people are just manipulative and will tell you politically what they feel. I remember when I was in college, I took a course in political science. And the professor said, it comes down to this. Politics is this, the art of it. It's the art of getting people to do what you want. Now that could be marketing or anything else for that matter. He said, if you're married, politics is your ability to get your wife to get up and fix you breakfast when you don't feel like cooking. So what happens when let's go there for a minute. What happens when you married now, right? And use that as a context, teaching point, whatever, Andrew said point. And all of a sudden she's up cooking as an expectation. Not only that, but as a partnership construct. You do you, she does her, and they both are done in cooperation because of an agreement to the whole. She's disappointed if she goes out to work, slaves 9 to 5 or whatever, and you stay in bed, stay behind. That's disappointment, especially if the whole was not constructed on those pieces. If the whole was constructed on, freeze frame it, and one is found missing, whether it's intentional or non-intentional, and there's no address to it, and with address has to be redress. If there's a shift in the contract, it needs to be addressed and redressed. There's going to be disappointment. Now, the disappointment may occur minimally and short-lived if it's addressed and there's redress. If neither occur, got a serious case of disappointment spelled in capital letters. So the question is how, and I think Andrew said it's an important question, so it's important, okay? It's important to me. So it's important to deal with getting over it and letting it go. I won't say and or letting it go, because if you say you over it and you holding on to it, then that's a misnomer. That's oil and water don't mix that way. So you have to do a couple things. One, if it happens too many times, and I almost said if it happens twice, it better not happen a third time. If you let it happen twice, you're gonna let it happen thrice. How you like that play on words? I remember when I was a young professional, and a lot of this Andrew said stuff, if not a lot of it, Andrew said comes from a lifetime of institutional work and people work. Okay, so here it is. It's behavior tracking. It's noting and noticing that you do the same thing to me over and over again, given the same set of circumstances. I loan you money and you don't ever pay back, yet you keep coming back with tears in your eyes and a sob story. Answer is no. And we have to get there. Either if we don't get there, we become liable to certain sets of conditions called codependency, enabling, and everything else. That is not healthy living. So I have to learn to say no. Why? I have to learn from the past. If you burn me once, you go, and you haven't shown the evidence, the tangible evidence of difference. If I don't see a TURN in your behavior and your performance, or if your behavior is only a performance, then I'm not ready for another. I'm not ready for another dance, another round, another nothing. That's called learning from the past. I think it borders on, I want to use a strong word, and I don't want to be offensive. I think it borders on either naivete or stupidity, one or the other. If you allow yourself to be a target to the same, let me be nice, dynamic, you shouldn't be a target for the same dynamic. You get burnt once. I don't know, if not unless you like being burnt. There's something going on with you about that, about being abused and mistreated, and et cetera, et cetera. But if you operating in I'm all about a healthy me, then you're not going to give a person that many chances. I was referring a moment ago, but I got sidetracked with a thought. Years back, I had a much older person than me tell me that he gives them one chance now, where he used to give them two. He gives them one chance now to mess up on him. They don't get a second one. They establish their paradigm on their first performance. So if you burn me once, that's once and done. I think that's across the board. So why is that important? Because there's some people today who are grieved. I know about that because I used to really just roll over, let them do what they wanted to do, and operate in a whole bunch of forgiveness exercises, but what good is forgiveness exercise if you, the person, haven't established the proper boundaries to protect yourself from those moves, be they manipulative or abusive or what? So you got to get over it. You got to, here's another thing, in addition to learn from your past, I just thought of it, which is a part of connecting the patterns of their behavior and yours, because a dance is not solo, a dance is corporate. But maybe, Andrew said, maybe, just maybe, you need to lower your expectations. Could it be that you're disappointed with person X, person Y, person Z, or person A, B, C for that matter, because your expectations were too high? Now you got to measure that and balance that and be real. Got to do your homework. We talked about this in another Andrew said. But once you do your homework, measure your expectations by your findings so that you won't expect out of a people, place, or thing, circumstance more than the people, person, or thing, circumstance can offer or deliver. So once you have a healthy level based on established reality of past performance of that people, place, or thing, then you have a reasonably healthy place of expectation as a starting point. Anything higher than your expectations, well, that's a blessing and or a surprise. It's a good outcome as opposed to a negative. So I just want you to think about it. Andrew said, that's really all that is. Learn to deal with, and get over disappointments. Look, I want you to go to the website. Here's what I want you to do. Go to the website, andrewholtz.org, and see what's in there. There's a lot of stuff in there that I'm doing and feeling good about. I mean, literally feeling great about. These are some great times. I'm in it to win it and having fun all the while. I want you to join some of what I'm doing if you get in there and see some stuff, and I want to join you in some of what you're doing when you get in there and see some stuff that I'm doing, and we hook up and we partner on some stuff. I assure you, though, our starting point is healthy engagement. Too many of us have been duped too long by circumstances outside of our expectations or desires. Also, consider this. Go to Cash App. Once you get in there, go to Cash App and put an offering in there of support. And I want to say it this way, you'll be glad you did, but go there. That's what I'm asking you to do. To go there, Cash App, $ Ingle Street, ENGLESTREET, and Andrew said,